This boy was born in heaven, not like the others, not made for war, not shaped by wrath. While others judged, he forgave. Even demons, even traitors, even the ones who tried to destroy light itself. The rulers called him broken. They said mercy was corruption, that kindness was a disease. So they erased his name from the scrolls of eternity, tore his wings apart, and cast him down to earth. Like a falling star no one would remember. But just before he fell, one angel leaned close and whispered, "If you ever cry for someone else, your power will return." And then, silence. No name, no memory. Just a boy, fragile and forgotten. On Earth, he grew up in an orphanage. Small, quiet, strange. A boy who didn't fight back, but always stood between others and pain. The staff said he was too soft, too silent. But the children followed him because he never let anyone cry alone. The only woman who truly loved him was the matron. She saw something divine in his eyes even when the world saw nothing. Then one night, a thief broke in, desperate, wild, armed. The boy tried to protect her, but the blade was faster than his hands. She fell, and in that moment he screamed, not with anger, not with hate, but with loss so deep the heavens remembered. Light tore through his chest. Wings of fire burst from his back. The walls shattered. The thief froze mid-step, and his eyes went blind from the radiance. The boy hovered, glowing, his shadow cast in every direction, but he didn't speak. He didn't move. He passed out. And when he awoke, he remembered nothing. Not the wings, not the light, not even the woman's name. Only silence remained, and a strange feeling in his chest, like something once whole had cracked. Years passed. The boy grew older, but the world still called him strange. He wandered through life like a shadow unsure of its source. Kind, quiet, lost, no name, and a feeling that something sacred had been taken from him. Then one day, he walked into a courthouse. He wasn't part of the trial, just a boy passing through. But inside, he saw a girl crying, and men in fine suits lying. They blamed her for a crime she didn't commit. She shook her head, silent, helpless, and something inside the boy snapped. He stood. He didn't even know why, just stood, fists clenched, and when he spoke, the walls trembled. The ceiling groaned. Light poured from his skin like a second sunrise, and the ground shook as if truth itself had awoken. Above the liars' heads, flames burst into words, a confession not written, but revealed. Everything they'd hidden burned across the ceiling like holy fire. The men screamed. They fell to their knees, covered their eyes as if light was a sword, and shame, the blade. And then, silence. The boy stepped forward, eyes glowing, and said, not in anger, but certainty, "I am not your angel. I am your punishment." And the courtroom collapsed around him. Marble shattered. Glass wept. Voices fled. And as the girl escaped through the dust, the boy walked out, alone, but sharp enough to cut. He still didn't know his name, but now the world remembered his. After the courtroom burned, the world changed around him. Whispers followed him through cities. Strangers stared. And somewhere beyond the sky, they were watching. Not mortals, not demons, but angels, the old warriors of heaven, his former brothers. They had once fought beside him in wars, sung of only in the bones of stars. But now, they were afraid that the boy who forgave too much was remembering. So heaven sent the first. He came without warning. Wings of stone, eyes like frozen suns, and a sword forged from starlight. The first hunter, silent, merciless, unforgiving. The boy didn't have time to scream. The blade came down, but just before it struck, light formed a shield around his arm, as if his soul remembered how to survive. Steel met light, stone wings beat against air, and the boy, he fought. Not like a warrior, not with rage, but with grief sharpened into instinct. As the battle raged, names flooded back. Names of angels, of battles, of lost brothers who once called him commander. And now, they hunted him. The first hunter struck again, but the boy roared a sound that echoed. From lifetimes ago, an ancient war cry. The sound cracked the air. The hunter froze, and in that cry, he remembered who the boy used to be. The blade slipped, his wings faltered, and he fled. He fled in fear. The boy stood alone, chest rising with light, his feet surrounded by the echo of forgotten battle. After the hunter fled, the boy wandered, not in fear, but in search. He walked through the ruins of a city no map remembered, a place where even silence held its breath. There, he found a statue, an angel, weeping blood, its face cracked but familiar. And when a single drop hit the stone below, the ground split open. Beneath it, a chamber of lightless fire. At its heart, a mirror, but not of glass. It pulsed, it burned, and as he stepped closer, it called to him by a name he didn't remember. He looked inside, and there he saw himself. But not as he was, as he once had been, clad in white armor, golden spear in hand, eyes bright with certainty, a being of war. You used to be me, before you chose mercy over war. So tell me, which one of us is truly broken? The boy stepped forward, hand trembling. He reached for the glass, and the moment his fingers touched it, agony surged through him. Memories, not like dreams, but like blades, ripped through his mind. War cries, falling stars, angels weeping as he turned away from the battlefield. The faces of those he spared, and those who died because of it. He dropped to his knees, but the mirror didn't shatter. It pulsed brighter, and the voice whispered one last time, "You chose mercy." But mercy has a price. The boy stood, light bleeding from his hands, breath shaking, eyes wide with memory. He wasn't whole yet, but now he knew. He had been someone worth remembering. The mirror didn't break, but something inside the boy did. He stumbled from the ruins, his body burning with memories he never asked to remember. He saw cities burning, children screaming, angels with golden blades tearing through crowds, shouting justice as they slaughtered the innocent. And he watched, not because he agreed, but because he chose silence, because he believed mercy meant not interfering. But mercy, he realized too late, had let monsters thrive. He remembered standing in the skies as temples crumbled, beneath holy fire, and doing nothing. He had forgiven everyone, and in doing so, saved no one. He collapsed to his knees. The sky spun. His breath caught. His hands trembled as blood, not from wounds, but from guilt, ran from his eyes. Tears red as memory. "I chose mercy," he whispered, "and millions died. They called me weak, but if mercy is weakness," his voice cracked, "then let me be a monster." And in that moment, the ground around him split. Light did not rise. Darkness did not fall. But something deeper than either awoke. A pulse, a fracture, a truth older than heaven. His wings didn't return. His name was still gone, but the air around him bent. And power, not of light or shadow, sort of grief made flesh, awake.